Kid Cudi didn't get no love in his last show. So he walks off the stage after fans throw shit at him. Like he said, stop fucking throwing shit at me. You throw one more thing at me, I'm walking fucking off. And they were booing and yelling and still throwing shit. Why would they do that? Like, what did he do to deserve that? Don't fuck with me. Kid Cudi though.
Oh shit, they really throwing shit at him.
Like where? Like what? Where?
Yo, they really disrespecting the GOAT.
And in the same night.
Oh.
Yo. I will walk off this stage. If y'all throw one more fucking thing up here, I will leave. I will leave right now. Throw one more fucking thing on the stage and I will walk off. I'm not fucking playing. I'm not fucking playing. You will ruin it for everybody. I will fucking leave.
Yo, what would you do?
One more fucking thing.
Yo, Gino.
One more fucking thing on this fucking stage, I'm leaving. Don't fuck with me.
Oh, hold on. The light's in the way?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, you trying to see it?
Yeah. If I get hit with one more fucking thing, if I see one more fucking thing on this fucking stage, I'm leaving. Don't fuck with me.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would wild out. I probably, if I see who threw it, I don't know. Right? Like if I was Kid Cudi, you asking me?
But everybody was throwing stuff. It wasn't just one person.
Oh, so then you just got that, bro. Ain't really much you can do. You can't fight the whole crowd.
Yo, is Kanye really that influential?
I was about to say, because in the same night, Kanye
I think that's crazy though. Like that's like Kid Cudi, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where did this hate from Kid Cudi come from?
When did it start?
I didn't know nobody fucked with him like that. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought he was the man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really think.
I think that was just the crowd, dogs. Because you gotta understand, like it's like. Kid Cudi, like there's a new generation coming up, so they may not really fuck. Like Kid Cudi hasn't really done anything crazy in the last 5 years.
But like even like what he talks about, I mean, you would think like he's on the wave. He's been on the wave that everybody's on now. He's been there.
He's been there.
He's been talking about struggling with depression. He's talked about all that stuff. Isn't that what everybody's talking about now?
Yeah.
Isn't everybody sad now? So what? Like out of all the people you don't like is Kid Cudi.
Yeah, that's
just like straight up disrespectful.
I just think that was a crowd. Like that's a very specific group of people that I guess they just wanted to see Kanye. I don't know.
I was saying in the same night, like, didn't Kanye like dub him and showed up on Little Dirk's and performed a song that Kid Cudi was on the song?
I think that's probably what it is though, because he had beef with Kanye recently, right?
Yeah, over the Pete Davidson thing.
Oh, so shit, yeah. I guess that's what it is then. Maybe that's what it is.
Do men never grow up?
What do you mean?
Like, it just seems like that's like boy behavior. That's like, do you get what I'm saying? That's not
the crowd, or are you talking about like what Kid Cudi and Kanye?
Yeah, like isn't there a, I don't know. Maybe it's just the world they're in.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, say for instance, like if me and my shorty like went through like a public breakup or whatever, where like it got like kind of disrespectful and there's a next man involved and like publicly with my kids, and then and then SJ is like taking photos with that nigga, I think I would feel some type of way.
So it's like the audience, like overall, they picked Kid Cudi at the end of the day.
No, they picked Kanye. What you mean? They picked him.
I mean,
I guess what you mean. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think it's going a little far with the crowd getting involved. I don't believe in fans getting involved in like celebrity.
I mean,
it's not that deep.
Us being a part of that whole, it was like a show. It's like a show watching them. Like how can fans not feel a way and not get overly emotionally involved when they're fans? Like that's just what they do. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's a little unstable.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I think.
I feel like they've taken this like celebrity, they're making their lives a little bit more public and like showing everything that goes on. I feel like we've taken it too far. I don't give a fuck if y'all get divorced. I don't care if things don't work out. I feel like they've kind of made a spectacle of themselves.
Yeah, we should.
And now we're bringing just fans in it, and you're ruining other people's careers over your personal beef.
Damn, they hit that nigga right in the grill too.
Yeah, that's mad disrespectful.
But at the same time, mad artists get things thrown at them on stage.
Yeah, we just
like
don't
you see that all the time.
Yeah, they don't make it a big thing like all the time, but that's happened to everybody. Like I've seen, who was it the other day?
But I feel like it's always disrespectful. If you
it's always disrespectful.
You can just be quiet.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a way to protest and like get somebody to
getting hit in the face.
That made me want to fight, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like any human being like doesn't deserve that. I don't care if you're a celebrity or not. If you don't like me or not, like to go out your way to like hit me in my face and I'm on the stage. That's really embarrassing. That's really humiliating.
At the same time, too, right? This is your job.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these artists are. They have the opportunity to travel the world and perform their own songs in front of millions of fans, and he's getting a bag for that. Is it unprofessional for him to be walking off stage because it's a tough crowd?
Not.
No.
Absolutely not.
You standing on stage while people throwing shit at you?
Just because you work somewhere, like for the McDonald's workers, I got to deal with the shitty ass customer that throws food at them. That's not part of my job description. Absolutely. I didn't come up here to get disrespected. That's not. I don't care. And I know a lot of people.
So does he deserve to have that bag if he only performed half of his set?
Give him his bag.
And he walked off stage?
Because security should have did something about it. The venue should have did something about it. You want me to come here and do my job. The crowd's not allowing you to, and you're not. Your venue is not protecting me and making me feel comfortable to do my job.
Yeah.
So I'm getting my bag and I'm leaving. Like hell yeah. I'm sorry. I don't like when like people be like, oh, you make all that money, so you should just be okay to shit that a normal person wouldn't be.
Because certain things come with the job.
Yes, criticism, words. Anytime shit get physical, that's out of the. I'm sorry. Nothing should be physical. Nothing. Right. Yeah. Anything to get physical is not okay. Not okay.
Well, you're a police officer. It's gonna get physical.
Yeah, but even a police officer gets time off when he goes through something like that.
Yeah,
I know. I'm not gonna say names, but I know a cop that somebody threw toilet water on him.
Like how's it? How does that work? How you know them scoop the toilet water from him?
That's funny.
I ain't gonna get into it. Yeah. Somebody threw toilet water on him.
That's part of the job.
Got 6 months off.
What?
Oh, because it's assault. So in this case, is it assault?
That's assault.
Yes, that is assault.
He was.
If somebody else, if that would have happened in another place, and that would have happened, that person would have got in trouble for assault.
Yep.
That's not okay.
It probably would. The dude probably is going to get in trouble whoever threw it.
Mad people be in the crowd.
I know, but somebody's going to point out somebody, and maybe every one of them not going to get caught. Somebody going to get caught in that crowd.
Right.
Especially the niggas in that crowd that wanted him to perform. You just ruined that for me. Oh hell yeah.
Some niggas be on their shit though, because I forgot what artist it was. Somebody threw something and they stopped the show. Who do that?
Yeah, who do that? Picked him up and launched the nigga into the. Who was that?
Oh no, Akon did something.
Akon launched the nigga, but then there was another nigga that more recently that jumped in and squared that nigga. Like it might have been
It might have been
X. Wasn't it X?
No,
X
did some shit like that too, but it wasn't. Somebody recently did that.
Somebody I know.
That's really like that. It made me want to think.
Was it the baby?
It might have been the baby or
so.
Little Baby.
Or Little Baby. One of the two.
One of the two did that.
It was one of those. It was in that.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. I'm totally for that, bro. Because in the end, I don't like when people. I mean, mind you, I'm not by any metric rich, but I don't like when people say, "Oh, he got money, so it's okay." I hate that. It's just like, bro, do we stop like being human when that happens?
I get what you're saying, but with like a high. Like if somebody's paying you like an excessive amount of money, it's like the more money that you're granted is like the more responsibility you have for that job.
So you're responsible.
So you're responsible. I'm not saying you're responsible for people attacking you, like, but with great, it's like great with great power comes great responsibility.
But I get what you're saying, and that makes I get it. But you got to think also. These people are talked about all fucking day.
Part of the job.
It's part of the job. So this is their norm.
Yeah.
You gotta look at what Will Smith did. He slapped Chris Rock. That's totally wrong for that. But you gotta think the psychological point. Every human being has a tipping point. You know what I mean? There's only so much we can take. I don't care what you're getting paid for. I don't care what like when we in the military, we go overseas and like we're behind enemy lines, we get mad money. Untaxable money. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good amount of pay.
But look what y'all got to deal with.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But at the same time, look how we come back.
Yeah.
So in the end of the day, like, I'm not comparing that to, whatever. But it's just still something psychological that you got to deal with, my nigga. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
How do you look yourself in the mirror, knowing that, I just got this bag, but the bag is normal to you now. So this is just regular income. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get something new that's like, say if you get a Maserati today.
Yeah.
After a year, nigga, that Maserati is just your car. It's just your car. But now you're getting bottles into the face, and you got to look yourself in the mirror tomorrow. How do you feel about yourself?
That's what I'm saying. Like self-respect versus money.
I look at it like I'm also playing devil's advocate.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get, you know me. Yeah.
I know you.
But think about like people that get into the drug game, right? Yeah. And they're not college grads. They figured out a way how to provide for their family. Mm-hmm. They figured out a way to get a bag, put their daughter, put their son through school, all of that because they sell kilos, right? They've been selling kilos for 10, 15 years and they suffer from insomnia because they always got to put the gun under the bed. They always got to watch their motherfucking back. But guess what? It's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
You get what I'm saying?
That's fucking sick. I'm sorry. That's sick to say to like.
It's what you choose.
I know. I'm saying to live in a world where this is what the fuck we're accepting for money.
I don't think it's acceptable, but sometimes it's just...
what everybody's saying is like, this is a part of what we do. When you go do that and you get that, you do this. Like that's sick. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's fucking sick.
It is sick, but that honestly,
that's sick to even have to send people over to get traumatized. And it's like, well, you got the bag. You're gonna get money for the rest of your life. I don't know what to tell you.
It's the ugly truth of the world.
The world treats people a certain way, so it's hard to get out of school. You're a drug dealer.
What's the other option? Before
I said the fact that we live in America and this is a reality. I said that's sick.
Right.
There are no other options. It's
before Kid Cudi was Kid Cudi, he was working in a retail store. Yeah. He was probably getting a little over minimum wage. Yeah. Now he can tour the whole world. Yeah. And his kids is good right now. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? There's some type of sacrifice. There's some type of... That's just the way life works.
And we don't even know what else he's going through.
That's true.
For instance, like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, it's like the Pinocchio story by Kanye West. Like, when everybody sees you and say, hey, you ought to laugh because... Why are you mad? You got all this money. You're Kanye West. You should be happy all the time. Yeah. Because you're you. But they got regular problems just like everybody else.
Right.
Matter of fact, they probably got worse problems, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll find. Remember the other day we was having a conversation about like people that don't want to, that are okay being just common. They don't want to be. There's kind of a beauty in that. This. That's why they're saying
there's a simplicity to it.
Yeah.
Because it's like the less you know, the less you got to deal with, the less responsibilities. It's like, I want to live in a bubble sometimes.
But that kind of reminds me. I forgot who was on the radio station, and he was saying like the Mario Winans song. If like your girl's cheating on you and she's fucking everybody on the block, and your best friend knows. He said, if my best friend knows that my girl is fucking everybody on the block and she's disrespecting me, don't tell me.
Nah,
that's ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, but that right there.
That's what he was saying, and I was listening to him, and I'm like, nah, my nigga gotta tell me.
My nigga gotta tell me.
You gotta tell me.
So, but that's the thing, though. That's like living a lie. Like, so I'm.
So, is ignorance? Is your analogy living a lie?
Okay, so here's the thing.
It is.
There's a limit to when I say there's a beauty in it, there is a beauty in it. I'm not saying for me.
It's more about simplicity.
It's the simplicity. So like living a lie versus just being away from the rat race and like living away from that. There's a give and take with each one of them.
Well, so knowledge is a burden. The more you know, the more you're kind of like, like the more you're questioning things, the more you're kind of a little bit more weary about going about things, or you're kind of know what you're going into, and it's just like, but if you don't know and you're ignorant, you're like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. And when shit hits you, you're like, you just keep it moving. So there's a simplicity to ignorance.
And you know what's funny? It reminds me of a story. I dealt with this girl, and remember we talked about the avid animal lovers and how I find it a little strange. And they were just like, I want this type of pet and I want this. It's like a very rare dog that she wanted, and it was like a specific breed that was like crossbreeded with it. I'm like, do you know these dogs are like crossbreeded so many times, and they're like their quality of life is horrible because they can't breathe properly. And I'm like, humans are kind of like fucked up for doing that. Like y'all are like creating these like mutations of dogs that are like or animals that just so you can have put it in a bag and wear it as an accessory and like feel good about cuddling and taking care of it, but their quality of life is horrible and you're like contributing to that. She started crying and I was just like, my bad. Like I just like I went on this rant and I was just like, you know what? She was living in her bubble.
We have that in common. I do that a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she was living in her bubble. She was happy about this, like, oh, I'm about to do it, and I kind of ruined it for her.
Oh well.
And I'm just like, you know what? I should just let I don't know, like I don't know anymore.
Sometimes
like,
you do have to let people be who they are.
Let people like.
But sometimes I'm sorry. I'm glad to burst your bubble. Like I do, my daughter, she's like, I'm like, do you know where that came from? She's like, don't tell me. And sometimes I'm like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, nope, you have to know this. Yeah, and I'll tell her. So I've learned to like differentiate when to pop that bubble, because before I didn't have that. Before I just used to walk around saying all kinds of shit. Like I remember it was like Christmas time or New Year's Eve or something like that, and I'm like, it's not New Year's, everything's dead. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, you're a Debbie Downer. I'm like, no, this is fake. I don't want to participate. And I ruined everybody's night.
You know what?
I ruined everybody's night by it, but I didn't give a fuck.
And that's I feel like those are the times that I don't mind it. Like when people are trying to like judge me for not like doing what they're doing, and because they think
that's what I'm saying. You have to
I'm the weirdo, and I was like, well, I'll tell you why. That's when I'm like, all right, y'all want to fuck around. Well, this is why what y'all doing is stupid, and yeah, I'll burst a bubble then. But it's like that's
why I said discernment between knowing when to burst the bubble and when to say, you know what, let this person live. They're happy in their little stupid world. They're dummies, but whatever. If it doesn't, I say if it's not going to affect me, or if it doesn't affect me, let them be who they are. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But as far as Kid Cudi, I don't know, man. Like I get what you're saying. I know you're playing devil's advocate, but I get what you're saying, and as like, you know, it comes with the territory. But it sucks that that's the way we are as people, especially in this country or this society. Everybody's kind of individualistic, and nobody wants to. Empathy is like a very far-fetched idea these days. It seems like, but fuck it. I don't know. I commend Kid Cudi for not jumping off that stage and headbutting somebody in the fucking face, because I feel like that's something I would want to do.
Yeah, I think it takes strength to not retaliate